Hey guys, Team Sam Hunt here. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee with Tyler Fillmore and John Gurney of The Lookout. They've been so kind to sit down and answer some questions about themselves, their music, and what they look forward to the most. We've seen them in Sam Hunt's Leave the Night On video, but let's get to know the guys of The Lookout, Tyler and John.
Hey.
Hi guys.
How's it going?
Good, how are y'all?
Doing well.
It's a beautiful day. It's a lovely hallway.
Nice fall
Stairwell.
day.
Stairwell.
Got a latte and some food in us, so no complaints.
Okay, first off, tell us a little bit about John and Tyler. We've seen you in the video, but let's get to know you a little bit more. How'd y'all meet? How did this kind of all come together?
We both went to the University of Missouri and met. We almost went our whole college career without even running into each other. It was right before graduation. That we just happened, our paths kind of crossed. We got together, wrote a song, and it was right when Tyler was coming out with his first solo album.
Yep.
And I came down and played guitar for him. I started out, it was more of like a backup, definitely a backup role, just kind of doing guitar stuff, and then
I've been here for like 3 years now. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But at the same time, John and I were always playing together, and so when we're in Nashville playing writers rounds, everything like that, people were coming up to us and like, "Are you guys like a duo? Are you like?" Because we're like harmonizing together and doing like each other's songs and everything like that, and then writing together constantly. So it just became like this. It just became a no-brainer at one point, and it's sort of how it formed. And
we didn't start out with the duo thing really in mind. It kind of naturally, the more we started playing together, people were almost like assuming we were a duo because we were just doing these writers rounds, the Nashville style thing. I don't know if you've been have you been to like the listening room or any of those?
I was
Seen,
gonna
like,
go
the
last
official,
night,
like,
but
round?
I didn't make it.
So
It's
they
Lower
do.
Broadway. That was it.
There's like 3 or 4 people that get up and kind of play their own songs, and we just kind of started harmonizing on each other's songs and playing, and then like, well, we already know each other's stuff. Let's just start a duo. So,
that's where it all fell into place.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And where did the name The Lookout come from? Like, where did that?
We we went out one night.
Shout out to Ryan Creamer.
Ryan Creamer, yeah. So the Lookout mixtape was done by numerous producers, like some in John's bedroom, some in the nicest studio in town, Blackbird, like just all around Nashville, just whatever we could get our hands on. Banjos sent from here, blah blah, just all random. And Ryan Creamer was one of the producers on the track Honeymoon, and we just went out with him one night, kind of getting to know him before we decided to like move forward with him producing that track. And he
We
always
still
wanted,
didn't have a name at this point,
Yeah.
so
You're still just Tyler and John.
yeah.
yeah, and he always wanted to. He like, granted, it's getting later in the night, and
You're a little drunk.
it's Chase, John, and Creamer, and we're all out, and he was like randomly talking. We randomly brought it up because we'd been bringing it up for days, like trying to figure out, what's this whole thing gonna be called? Like, what are we doing here? And he's like, I always want to name a band the Lookout Kids.
Yeah.
And so like,
We thought, we're like, look out kids, and then I think it was either Chase or
it was like
somebody just dropped the kids and became the Lookout.
It's like the next morning we're the Lookout.
Yeah.
Y'all should have your own Twitter though for The Lookout.
I know, that was also a debate that Chase was having in terms of like branding, if we want to keep a few things independent, but I mean, at some point we're probably going to have to start it.
But like having both our names attached to like the Lookout, like even
Yeah.
on like the mixtape you see Tyler more times John Gurney, it kind of makes us different.
Together but apart.
Yeah, it just makes it like you don't see that right now in country. Like I don't know,
More,
they like we're the Swan Brothers. I love the Swan Brothers album by the way. We're the Swan Brothers, but like it's like we're Dan and Shay. It's like we kind of wanted to be like, here's the name of what we are, and then
It's more of a collaborative almost than a duo, I guess, if that makes sense.
Cool. On the website, lookoutmusic.com, you have the mixtape for free download. Everyone go download it. Where was the idea? How did y'all get the idea just to put the mixtape out online for free?
That was definitely, I mean, obviously Sam did it very successfully. It's kind of a template that was really successful in hip hop. I mean, by no means were we, creating anything special. It's a formula that's worked in the past, and I mean, country it's going to come around, and I think it's going to be a platform that everyone starts to use in terms of, you make your money off tour and merchandise. I mean, that's the new format that every band is going to have to adjust to, I think, unless you're, you know, on the level, the Taylor Swift level, like selling tons of records, making all that money. It's the money now is definitely the live show and the merch. So we figured we might as well make it accessible, get the album in as many people's hands as we possibly can.
So no, I love it. That was a good job there. So who's the most musically influential person for you guys? Like, who's the one person?
John's a little bit easier, I'm sure, like to answer that question for himself. But for me, it's kind of like I came into this a lot of influences like throughout my entire life, and then being a voice major at Mizzou, like it's like opera stuff and like really weird stuff, and it's just sort of like you get sick of all like the stuff you're just doing because you have to, and I guess I kind of attach myself to all different styles of music, and there isn't really just one artist that's like been iconic to me. John, that can be more John's question, but
it's like more like a melting point than or a pot.
It's like 100%. I feel like I pull.
I mean, you're a huge Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of people I'm a huge fan of, like obviously John Mayer, Ed Sheeran, and like what drew me to country music, like when I was in middle school, was Rascal Flatts, obviously, and I've been doing an abnormal amount of Rascal Flatts concerts and stuff, and it's just I loved Love and Theft's first album. That was amazing. And then, you know, my dad grew up with Elvis and then a lot of 80s music, you know, Bon Jovi, Van Halen, that kind of stuff, and just sort of mixed up. My mom's from Colombia, South America, so a lot of Spanish music. That's not going to mean anything to anybody, but it's kind of random too. I was like in middle school, like rocking out the Spanish rap for some reason. I have no idea why. I'm not going to tell many people that, but okay.
There's going to be at least 650 people that might see this.
Okay.
So.
My mom was a singer-songwriter as well, so I grew up with all like folkies on like Simon and Garfunkel type, like throwback, like folk. I mean, Chris Christopherson, like the greats, the true wordsmiths, and like the true lyric is kind of what I grew up on. So that's where my obsession with songwriting came from, was Chris Christopherson, the old true like Nashville greats. But sorry, just pretend you can just go through it for the.
Makes it more so real.
It's a real run hallway. So going off the musically influenced, what song do you guys wish, any song, past, present, that you wish you wrote and you can attach your name to?
Ooh. Any time frame?
Any.
Oh man, that's really tough. Well, I'll do a recent one and then an old one.
Okay, I got my old one.
In terms of like a new country song, I mean, I think just in terms like being able to listen to it over and over again might be where it's at. Like, yep, the Dustin Lynch. That's my new cheesy like country one that like I can listen to it a million times in a row. Just the production on it is awesome. My old one, man, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Oh, I love that song.
So I mean, that's probably of all time that might be one of mine.
Awesome.
I think so. My new one, like most recent, would probably definitely be "Mean to Me."
Oh yeah.
Brett Eldridge. And then, well, Drive Your Truck's pretty awesome too. But and then my old one, which I just can't stop. I just love the melody. It's not the craziest lyrics by any means, but it's always just, I love the song "Stand By Me."
Kit Moore played that at the Ryman. Y'all should have been there.
Really?
Yeah,
that's my jam. I love that song.
We videoed it, so
Okay.
when you weren't supposed to.
Cut to that.
Let's sneak a peek.
I don't know how this editing is going to go, but we'll see. Do you guys think the Lookout's going to be a long term, or just kind of like for right now, duet thing happening?
I mean, we definitely, as long as people want to listen, we'll keep doing it.
We're all in.
We do. I mean, long term, we definitely each have like solo aspirations. I know, and that's been clear from the get go. But yeah, I mean, as long as people are downloading it and liking the music, we'll keep doing it.
Good. I'm excited for it. I really am. So, who is somebody that you'd like to collaborate with eventually?
In terms of like a producer,
or like doing like
artist.
together, like have Crossroads. They'll pull one person in that. Like
I like that.
That's a good call.
Well, Mumford and Sons would I like. I mean, that would maybe be, and Nickel Creek. Nickel Creek. The their older stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with Nickel Creek at all, but Christy, it's bluegrass. I mean, mandolin kind of. It's like fun. They took bluegrass and kind of notched it up and made it mainstream and fun, and I just love all the Nickel Creek stuff.
I want Def Leppard.
Def Leppard, like Curveball.
Curveball?
Yeah, like
because Crossroads, we
right.
Crossroads
Anybody,
Yeah.
anyone you'd want to work with, sing with, anything.
That'd be awesome. Armless drummer.
If y'all weren't singers / songwriters, what do you think you'd be doing?
I think I'd still be here. I don't know. I don't see myself doing anything else, but honestly,
Like when you were a kid, what did you want to do? Like, or was it always?
I want to be an architect, maybe.
I thought I was going to be a professional basketball player until I didn't grow and was a skinny little white kid.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do sports or something too. I don't know. Everyone.
I mean, you're not as short as I am. Y'all at least got that going for you.
Well, I mean, my major was event planning, so maybe a wedding planner.
That's kind of not what I thought.
I feel like I'd be doing something in this.
I'd be the most unorganized wedding planner in history.
That's awesome. So when do you guys think you'll be, expected to be touring Southeast or anywhere, especially Athens?
I think the spring. The spring is when I think everything will really kick off. Probably end of January. Where right now we're working on a lot of things in town and doing a lot of the preliminary stuff to go for the spring because obviously you book now for the spring. Mm-hmm. So we just released the mixtape. We just started the duo. We just created this entity of whatever the Lookout is, and it's up to the imagination, I guess. And we'll release tour dates very soon, and I'm sure Athens will be on that list of places to go.
We're doing the rehearsal. It's actually all going on this week. We're doing like the live show, working on. We finally playing with a drummer, bass player, lead guitar player. So rehearsals and just kind of getting all the ducks in a row for the full launch as far as the live show goes. So there's no official dates, but they're coming.
Awesome. And I think I just have one more. What can we expect to see from John and Tyler in the future?
Mixtape Volume 2.
Yep, and then I think we officially had. The collective is we've been talking about that. So the idea with the Lookout Collective is going to be. This is kind of the first time we've talked about it.
It's going to launch in January. It's going to be basically a lot of our friends and peers in the music industry, and they're going to release a song for free. And it's
going to be 12 different artists.
Can you tell us who's on there?
You
can go to the website and try to guess.
There's a few on there. There are
a few on there with their eyes blacked out.
Lookoutmusic.com, and there's a few teasers on there already. I think Walker McGuire for sure. Mm-hmm. If there's a bunch, they've got a good following as well. If you haven't heard of them,
I have.
They're a duo. So I know those are our boys, so they'll for sure be on there, but. We've got a few verbal commitments that are going to be a big.
Can't quite tell us
big
yet.
names, but
I'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
That's all I've got. So thank you for coming out, hanging out for a while. I appreciate it. It was awesome, and it's it's good to get a little bit more familiar with the passengers in the yellow cab.
Thank you for having us.
Is there anything else you want to say to them?
Thank you for having us.
Check out the website. This is me pointing at the website, so you can insert that.
Okay. Insert that there. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you.
All right.